Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how we can crack a WPA2 protected Wi-Fi network using a Wi-Fi pineapple, and let's get straight to it. So first I'm logged into my Wi-Fi pineapple and I'm just going to begin a recon. So I'm going to select both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz bands. And I'll set it to continuous for now while I'm explaining what's happening here. So I'm just going to start that. Now, while that's running, what I'm essentially doing is I've connected to this network with my phone. And as you can see, it was pretty quick for that to come up. You'll see the hack this Wi-Fi network that's there. And it's got its corresponding MAC address, and it's also got the devices connected to it. So that's actually my phone that I connected to. So I'm just going to stop that for now. Right. Now, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to use the pineapple to de-authenticate the users that are connected to, or what you would call clients connected to that network. And then once I've de-authenticated those users, I'm going to capture the packet, or the handshake packet, when that user reconnects to the network. And this can be done in a matter of seconds. What's really important is to understand exactly how easy this is to do, for one, and two is to make sure that your Wi-Fi passwords are quite secure, because it's pretty common if you've got a friend that comes over and you want to give them your Wi-Fi password. It's you want to make it convenient, be something simple. You think to yourself, my Wi-Fi is not really accessible from the rest of the world, so it's okay if it's not very secure. But the truth is, if someone just came past your house, collected your SSID, and then captured a handshake between one of your clients and the network, they could essentially take that home and crack it like we're going to do, and then they'll have access to your network. So it's quite important. So let's just run through that. So I've got the device that's connected to it. My phone is still connected to it. So what I'm going to do is let's just have a look at the options that we've got here. So see there's these little arrows that are next to some of these names. If you click on these, it'll give you further options that you can do on that network. So under hack this Wi-Fi, I've got the option to de-authenticate clients, and I can send this message up to 10 times. And what this will do is it will send a signal to the router, and it will say disconnect all of your clients from this network. I can also do this on a single client option as well. So if I just wanted to remove de-authenticate my phone, I could do that as well. For the sake of this, I'm going to remove them all. And what it's going to do is it's going to disconnect all the devices from that network. It's going to send that signal 10 times. That will give you enough time to pop over to this little tab here and then start a capture. So let's demonstrate how this is going to go. I've actually already got the PCAP file there from a previous time that I did it, but let's just demonstrate how that's going to work. So if I go here and I'll select 10, and I'm just going to unlock my phone so I can see it's connected to the Wi-Fi. It is connected to the Wi-Fi. And if I click deauth, it's going to start de-authenticating, which it has. It just popped onto 4G. And if I'll just delete this and I'll start the capture again just for the sake of it. So my phone is still not connected back yet. And there we go. It's just connected now. So now my phone has disconnected and reconnected. If I was a normal person, I wouldn't have realized that my phone just disconnected and reconnected to my Wi-Fi. It happens that quick. So From here, what we essentially have is a encrypted version of the Wi-Fi password, which has been sent from my phone to the Wi-Fi network in a hashed state. So we can't just use this file and we know what the password is. What we do need is we need this password to be common enough that it's on a password list. If it's on a password list, then what we'll do is basically do like a hash collision, hashing all the passwords that are on a password list until we find a match to the hash that we have, and then we know what the password is. So in order to do this, we'll download the PCAP. Now the thing about what we're using, the tool that we're using is Hashcat to crack this hash. And the thing about Hashcat is it actually runs on the HCCapX files. So those ones are there. And you can find a bunch of different online converters. A simple Google search will get you somewhere. And you can upload the PCAP file and then convert it to a HCCapX file. I've already done that, so I don't need to worry, but you just click browse, upload this one, and then download the new one. So let's just demonstrate how we can crack this password, because that's the fun part. Now, providing you've already got Hashcat installed, if you don't, then we might leave that for another video, but first you'll need to have Hashcat installed. You also need to install the CUDA drivers, the software development platform. Basically, that allows Hashcat to use your graphics card to hash through these passwords. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to CD into my Hashcat installation. So I'm running Hashcat version 6 at the moment, and from here I'm going to run this script. So just Hashcat, which is basically running the executable, but I need to give this values. Now Hashcat has different modes that you can use for different types of hashes, and there's an online directory which tells you what the different modes are for the different hashes, which is here. And you can find this in a simple Google search as well. So here, if I go down to, so these are the modes, hash modes. If I go down to 2500, I'll see WPA, WPA2, and this is exactly what the hash, the file is hashed with, that we're using. So that's the mode that I need to use to crack it. So if I go back into here, whoops, and I'll put M for mode, and I'll put 2500. Now the HCCapX file, I've already downloaded that, and I've renamed it to make it easy for this video. So I'm just gonna pop that in. So hack this Wi-Fi.HCCapX, and now I need to specify what password list I want to use to crack this hash with, and I'm just going to use the RockU password list. There's many that you can use. There's some that have got a ton more passwords on there, but I've deliberately made the password for this network somewhat weak, because I know that password is on this password list. So I'm just going to use the RockU.txt. Now, what's the scary part is exactly just how quick this is. It will take less than a second to crack it, really. So let's go over what this is doing. So this is running the Hashcat program, hashcat.exe, and we're calling that by just typing Hashcat. Then we're giving it a mode, so 2500, which is basically saying that this Wi-Fi.HCCapX file is hashed, or it came from a WPA or WPA2 encryption background. You know, that's where it came from. This is the type of hash that we're trying to crack. And then we're specifying what password list we're going to use to try and crack that hash. And what's going to really happen is my graphics card is going to process it's going to get every word that's in the RockU password list, every password, and it's going to hash that into a WPA or WPA2 encryption or hash algorithm. It's going to use that algorithm throughout the whole RockU password list until it finds a match between the hash output and the hash that we've provided, which is the hackthiswifi.hc capx file. Once it finds a match, it knows that it knows what the password is based on which one of the passwords in that RockU list were hashed and then matched with the hash that we provided. So I hope that makes sense. But let's just click start or enter. And that's pretty much it. So it took us 6.92 milliseconds to crack that, and it went through 55% of the password list. And the password that we've got is awesome with an exclamation mark, and this is the Wi-Fi network, and this is just a bunch of other stuff. So it's actually gone through the passwords and it's hashed awesome exclamation mark, and then the output of that hash has matched the hash that we were able to steal from our Wi-Fi network. And that's how it's determined what the password is. So if you're not using a very strong password at home for your Wi-Fi network, then this is a very good reason why you should. Basically, if your password isn't on a password list, it's going to be a lot harder to crack. So if you're using any common passwords, I'd definitely go and change that. So that's pretty much all for this video. So I hope that you've learnt something from that, and if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know.